No, wait. I'm not talking about ghosts or clowns, but I'm talking about GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. You may be asking yourself, why? I have been asking myself this question for a while now. With GMOs being a hot topic within the agriculture industry, the industry has been facing a challenge of proper education of GMOs to the general public. In my speech, I'll be discussing what GMOs are and the history of and whether or not they are harmful or not, and why you should not fear them. Now, for those of you who don't know what a GMO is, genetically modified organisms are organisms that have had their genomes changed in a way that does not happen naturally. According to yourgenome.org, many refer to this process as crossbreeding of plants or crops. When you change a genome of a crop or plant, you're changing its original characteristics. According to cornucopia.org, some of the more common GMOs that we see daily are soy, milk, corn, and sugar. I'm sorry. Genetically modified organisms date back to the 1800s, but it wasn't until 1982 that the Supreme Court ruled that GMOs could be patented, leading to further research among scientists. According to Medical Daily, the first step to this ruling was inserting genes into soybeans, creating the most common, well-known GMO that we see and eat on a daily. Present-day scientists still work to discover more and more about GMOs and discovering ways for the general public not to fear them. GMOs are viewed as harmful to human health by today's society. These organisms are proven to be safe, however, are not proven to be safe. However, they are approved by the FDA. Coming from an ag background and having been educated on GMOs, I do not believe that they are harmful, simply for the fact there is no scientific evidence on whether they are harmful or not. Many believe these organisms lead to cancer, or some believe they have gotten cancer from such. However, there is still very little, if no, scientific evidence to support this theory. These accusations hurt producers everywhere, causing a downfall in the industry. Just a few weeks ago, I was scrolling through social media like we do on a daily, when I ran across an article producing that producers are fighting back with this non-GMO labeling by labeling their products proudly GMOs on the packaging. Me being the ad kid I am, I clicked on that right away. After hours of searching for this article again, I was not able to find it, of course, to provide the source. But according to Reuters.org, GMO labeling has caused rifts between farmers and food market makers in the past. GMOs are in fact the future of the food and agriculture industry. With GMOs not being proven to be harmful, there is no reason to fear them. I know that I will not fear GMOs until there is scientific evidence to prove otherwise. So why should we fear something so small and powerless? So here's a fun fact. You know the sweet corn that makes Fresno State so popular? That's a GMO. In conclusion, GMOs are genetically modified organisms is when the genomes are changed in a crop or plant, changing the natural characteristics. In my speech, I went over the history of GMOs and what they are, whether they are harmful or not, and why you should not fear these organisms.